so sorry that we had that issue with I think somehow we were in different classrooms with the link. So I'm so sorry about that. If you want to just save this one, I'll just make a note that we'll use this same one every single time, and that way we won't get mixed up on
Okay.
where we're waiting, because normally it just pops up and tells me that you're there, and it did not. So I'm really glad we got connected. Did you do a little bit of singing while you were waiting?
I've been doing a lot of singing.
You've been doing lots of singing. I love to hear that. All right. So, how is your voice feeling? What are some of the things you've been singing and working on here recently?
Mm, I've just been singing random things.
Yeah. What are so have you heard any songs like on the radio that you've really enjoyed lately, or maybe from a movie?
Yes, I have heard one.
Yeah. Okay, tell me.
It's called Rivers by Jamie um McDonald's or something.
Okay. Nice. All right, awesome. Is this one that you heard on the radio or one that you heard at church?
Radio.
Okay, awesome. How fun. I always love finding new music on the radio. You know, you're just like cruising along and you just hear a new song come on and you go, "Ooh, I like this." That's always a fun experience, I think. All right.
Yeah, I just got a hit on it.
All right, so that's a new one that you're really liking. Love it. So then for today, do you want to work on that song? Is there anything else that you might like to work on today?
Not really.
Okay, did you want to check back in on like songs from David the movie, or on our Once Upon a Dream that we did last time? Did you want to work on any other songs than just Shalom from David?
No.
Okay. All right. You're happy with that one. All right. So today, since you're feeling pretty good about the pieces we worked on last time, let's go ahead and shift our focus to our new song, Rivers. Let me see if I can find who sings that. Did you look it up and find the person that sings it? I want to make sure I have the right one.
Mhm.
I was thinking about it. I don't want China to have my DNA. Okay.
Let's see.
I don't care. Like my grandpa.
Is it Jamie McDonald?
Uh-huh.
The Left It in the River one?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. We found it. Wonderful. Okay. Perfect. All right. So we've got it. We've got the right one now. I wanted to be sure that we had it. So have you heard it a few times? Is it pretty new still, that you're still getting used to the lyrics and the patterns and everything?
I've heard it way back in my past, but I haven't
Okay.
heard it in a long time. So
Yeah, it's been out for a while. It's been out for maybe like a year and a half. So it's been out for a little while. So that makes sense. So you had heard it before, and then maybe you haven't heard it for a while, and then now you're coming back to it. Absolutely. So did you sing earlier today? Do you feel like your voice is pretty warmed up? Do you want to try diving right into the song, or do you want us to do some exercises first?
dive into the song.
Okay, absolutely. We can definitely do that. So since it is a new one for you, that you haven't been necessarily singing it a lot and like practicing it a lot for a long time, it's brand new. Let's go ahead and try. Let's go through it with the lyric video, because that way you can have the lyrics in front of you, which I think will be really helpful. So let me share my screen with you. And I'm going to pull up a lyric video. Let me also make sure that you can hear the computer sound and everything. All right, and we'll check that this audio is working. Okay. So I want you to try just singing along with this time. Try to follow. All right, is it coming through? Can you hear it if I play
Yeah,
play
I
it?
can hear it,
Oh,
but
perfect.
it doesn't. But it's like glitching, so I
Oh
can't.
no,
It
we don't
still
want
looks like
that.
it's paused.
Oh, okay, yeah, I paused it just to check that you could hear it. So let's start again and see if that fixes it.
Twice, and then it goes straight to
Oh wait, screen sharing is paused. Why did it say that? That's silly.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I tried and
I am
tried
screen
to
sharing now.
leave them
Okay.
all behind.
All right, so you should be able to see
freedom's
now.
one thing
I don't know why it paused it for a minute before, but we're going to start that over now that it should be fixed. Okay. Wait.
Yeah.
Is it sharing now?
Yeah, but I can't. But it looks like it's unpaused, but
Huh.
Got the screen. The screen goes.
Well, let's have you pull it up on your side then. You have the app that you use, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so why don't we do that? Let's go ahead and let's have you use your app instead. And that way we won't have that lag. You can pull up the song on your side and then go ahead and sing it from your side and we'll try that. That might work a little bit better. Yeah, one of my other students, Rahi, she uses her app instead too, just because it seems to work a little bit better for her. So that way, if there's any buffering or glitching, it'll be for me and not for you.
Oh, what's her name?
Her name is Rahi.
Ah.
Yeah, her family is originally descended from India. So her name is Rahi Gohil is her name. And her mom's name is Heddle, like pedal, but with an H. But yeah, she always uses her app to have like the lyrics and follow the music.
Oh.
So yeah, sometimes that works a little easier.
I found it.
Excellent. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, so whenever you're ready, take a deep breath, get focused, and go ahead and start.
It's starting now. Have burdens on my shoulders, on my lap. I tried and tried to leave them all behind. Freedom so I will never find. I said a prayer from the banks of a river. God met me there, showing me something better. My life was changed when I stepped into the water. Ain't seen no change since I gave unto the Father. Hallelujah, I've been delivered. Where is my guilt? Where is my shame? I left it in the river, river. I left it in the river, river. There's nothing I can do, Lord, I found. He raised me up and I ain't coming down. He washed me clean, now there ain't no doubt. Turned it all around. My life was changed when I stepped into the water. Ain't seen my chains since I gave unto the Father. Hallelujah, I've been delivered. Where is my guilt? Where is my shame? I left it in the river, river. I left it in the river, river. Said a prayer on the banks of a river. God met me there, showing me something better. I left my wrongs at the bottom of the river. I said so long, said goodbye forever. Life was changed when I stepped into the water. Ain't seen my change since I gave them to the Father. Hallelujah, I've been delivered. Where is my guilt? Where is my shame? I left it in the river, river. I left it in the river, river. No river, river. I left it in the river, river.
Awesome. That was a fantastic first run through. I love it. I thought you did a really nice job with the rhythms and the patterns, the melodies. It sounds like it's a pretty good range. Do you feel comfortable in this range
Yeah.
with the highs and lows? Do any of the parts feel like they get too high or too low?
No, there's
Okay,
a frog
good.
in my throat.
Oh, so I want you to try for me, just with that in mind. Let's do a little sigh down. Try to give me a. Good. Can we try going and then swallow? So you're going to do two sharp exhales and then swallow. And then try that sigh again. And hopefully it feels a little more clear. Does it feel more open now, more clear?
Yeah.
A little bit nicer? Good. Awesome. All right. So I also know that was the first time through and we're just kind of getting the voice going. So so that's totally makes sense that you would feel like, oh, I'm still kind of getting the voice used to this. All right. So what would you say? I would say this has more of an up tempo. It's a little bit faster. It has a really fun gospel feel to it. I definitely feel like this is one you can kind of like clap along to. What are some of your takes on just kind of the style of the song?
He was eating sausage. Rotten Basil didn't pay attention to me, dude. Well, that's cool. Whatever.
Some of those stylistic things that stand out to you.
We love you when you're worried about sausage.
Yeah. Anything stand out to you that you're like, oh, okay, these are kind of defining features of the song?
Not really.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. That's no problem. Tell me, vocally, what feels really good and what feels like it could use improvement. So thinking of things like, we know we're in a pretty comfortable range. Our breathing, are they really long phrases, short phrases? Do we need to really like belt out and be loud? What about our dynamics? Do we need more of a clear tone, more of a breathy, raspy tone?
Well, the thing that's hard when I'm on like the video thing, I turned it all the way up because I couldn't hear it that much.
Oh, okay.
Because I have like a hearing problem.
Oh.
But it kept like I couldn't hear it.
Oh, okay.
But
So it was hard.
but
It was hard to hear it loudly enough.
Yeah, so I was that's why I was singing low basically the whole time.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I was like, I don't know when it's gonna be high.
Sure. Oh, that makes sense. Well, we're still getting to know the song. So this time through, you just kind of sang loud all the way through because you were like, I'm not really sure about the shape of the song and where it should be softer and where it should be louder. That's going to come with getting to know the song better. So I think that is perfectly okay that you were like, I'm really not totally sure yet. I think that's okay because we're still getting to know it. So, I would love to try it again. And this time, let's really focus on our breaths. Pay attention to one, what are the phrases where we want to take our breaths, where it makes sense with the musical phrases and the lyrics. And also pay attention to how long are these phrases? Are they short? Are they long? Are they lower? Are they higher? How much air do I need for each of these phrases? So really focusing on the breath. Yeah? Okay, let's try it again.
Okay. I had burdens on the shoulders all my life. I tried and tried to leave them all behind. But freedom's one thing I could never find. I said a prayer from the banks of a river. God met me there, showing me something better. My life was changed when I stepped into the water. Ain't seen my change since I gave them to the Father. Hallelujah, I've been delivered. Where is my guilt? Where is my shame? I left it in the river. I left it in the river. Yeah. There's nothing I can take this joy I found. You raised me up and I ain't coming down. He washed me now clean and doubt. You did all around. My life was changed when I stepped into the water. Ain't seen my change since I gave them to the Father. Hallelujah, I've been delivered. Where is my guilt? Where is my shame? I left it in the river. I left it in the river. I said a prayer from the banks of a river. God met me there, showing me something better. I left my wrongs at the bottom of the river. I said so long, said goodbye forever. My life was changed when I stepped into the water. Ain't seen my chains since I gave them to the Father. Hallelujah, I've been delivered. Where is my guilt? Where is my shame? I left it in the river. I left it in the river. Left it in the river. I left it in the river. I left it in the river. I know it's hard.
Yes. Oh, that was great. I definitely thought that improved. It sounded to me like we had a more grounded, anchored feeling with that core energy and that breath connection. Did you feel that you were breathing a little deeper into your torso and feeling a little more rooted and grounded and supported low in your body?
Yeah, but it's very hard to say now because I have a little bit of sore throat because now everybody's getting sick.
Oh, well, and the weather is changing too, so it could also be allergies, like as the weather is changing going into springtime and the plants are changing too. Sometimes that
Yeah.
affects it too.
I think that's the thing that my dog has because my dog she goes outside a lot while the
Yeah.
weather changes and and sometimes she's like
Oh,
breathing so hardly.
wheezing a little bit. Yeah, maybe some of the plants are changing and she's getting the sniffles or coughing a little bit. Yeah, one of my dogs gets like that too.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have a tiny little Pomeranian and a big giant baby Labrador.
Oh, that's so
But
fun.
he is big, even though he's a baby.
You know, I have two little bitty ones, and then I have one big one too. So that's really fun that we both have a big dog and a small dog.
Yeah, but I only have two
Oh, that's
because my
okay.
parents won't let my little doggy have babies, even though I want a little teacup puppy.
Oh, I know. Sometimes
I
I
want
think
a
it'd be fun
teacup
to have
one.
little bitty
Then
babies. Yeah.
then I can go like, you go in my backpack, okay?
Yeah,
I
you can
just
just like
I
stick them in your
take you to
pocket.
school.
Sneak
Because
them
she's
with
so
you.
tiny that nobody can find her.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, so we want to be mindful on days when you feel like your voice might be a little bit more fatigued. Like if you have allergies or you have a little bit of a cold or you've just been using your voice a lot. Like let's say that your voice is feeling like it's, not its strongest on a certain day. We're just going to be mindful and be a little more gentle with our voice. So one thing that we'll do is we'll sing a little bit softer today, just so we're not using quite as much exertion from the vocal folds. Yeah. So that'll be one thing that'll help. So we'll be a little bit more gentle, but we're still going to work on some of the techniques and getting to know the song better.
Yeah, but I still have a question.
Yeah. Tell me.
How much longer do I have on here? So it's like 30 minutes, so I'm wondering.
Right. I think that we have about 10 minutes. Is that okay?
10?
I
So
think so.
that would be.
You think we could maybe do at least Could we do two more run throughs of the song
43.
today?
Yeah, it would be 5:43 when it's done.
Yeah, I have a little counter that tells me how long we've been on the call. So I think we got about 10 minutes. So I think we could probably sing through a couple more times. And then we can talk about our goals for the week and ways you can practice. So what I would love to talk about next is the shape of the song. So with our song, thinking about things like the verses and the choruses, the bridge, that kind of thing, we're thinking about the shape of the song. It's a very like dance-worthy, up-tempo anthem, like a power ballad kind of a feeling. It's got this very like joyful, celebratory feeling. We definitely want to stay nice and tall and stay anchored with our core, with our breath, which we were just focusing on. She definitely has kind of this soaring, powerful chest voice connection. So we're definitely using more of that chest voice here, especially during the chorus, which is really where the energy peaks in this song. So thinking about the shape, do you feel like the verses or the chorus are going to be a bigger, more powerful energy, louder moment?
The verses probably.
Okay. So the verses typically are where the storytelling kind of unfolds, and then the chorus we repeat usually, right? And so it's more of like the general mood, or kind of the theme of the song, right? And then what about on the bridge? Do you feel like it changes there? What do you think is maybe the biggest moment of the whole song?
The biggest moment is probably when it keeps saying the chorus because you got to really memorize that chorus and it helps you. So it helps you
Does the
memorize more
chorus
of the
kind of
song.
build each time? Because
Yeah.
we do it multiple times. So as we go through the song, maybe it's a little bit softer at the beginning and it's going to get louder and bigger each time and grow. Do you feel like that's kind of how the chorus goes throughout the song?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so I would love for us to try in those verses, think a little more speech like, a little more storytelling, really focus on the text. And then when you get to the chorus, really think about your breath energy and this soaring phrases that we're just sending those out. They're very smooth, connected, and resonant. So really open your mouth when you get to those. Rely heavily on the breath. So send a lot of air through those soaring phrases of the chorus, and then start the song a little bit softer, and then it's going to build as you go through. Okay, can we try that?
Okay, yeah, I
Awesome.
guess.
Let's do it again, and just remember, don't go so loud that your voice starts to hurt. Kind of keep a lid on it a little bit, so that we don't push too much today. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
perfect.
Had burdens on my shoulders all my life. I try and try to leave them all behind. But freedom's one thing I could never find. I said a prayer from the banks of a river. God met me there, showing me something better. My life was changed when I stepped into the water. Ain't seen my chains since I gave them to the Father. Hallelujah, I've been delivered. Where is my guilt? Where is my shame? I left it in the river, river. I left it in the river, river. No. There's nothing like this joy I found. He raised me up and I ain't coming down. He washed me clean and now there ain't no doubt. Mm. turned it all around. My life was changed when I stepped into the water. Ain't seen my change since I gave unto the Father. Hallelujah, I've been delivered. Where is my guilt? Where is my shame? I left it in the river, river. I left it in the river, river. I said a prayer from the banks of a river. God met me there, showed me something better. I left my wrongs at the bottom of the river. I'm going goodbye forever. My life was changed since I stepped into the water. Ain't seen my change since I gave them to Father. Hallelujah, I've been delivered. I was like it, where is my shame? I left it in the river, river. I left it in the river, river. I left it in the river, river. I left it in the river. I left it in the river. I know what was hard.
Oh, tell me.
The part where it says Father, and it also says river. Yeah. Like I left my wrongs at the bottom of the river. That's hard. And since I gave them to the Father, it's hard.
Aww.
Because it's like way longer.
Yeah, holding it
Touches
out
my
and
voice.
sustaining. We have to really hold it out. It's a lot longer to hold it, right? That takes a
Yeah.
lot more air, doesn't it? So that's going to take some practice because we're going to have to build up to having that kind of stamina and endurance and strength to hold that note out. So that's something we're gonna have to work on and practice. One thing I wanted to commend you on and say brava on was I heard you doing some really fun scoops and kind of matching the styles, especially what she was doing at the end when we get towards the end of the song. Like I heard river, that big slide up. You really milked it. That was really fun.
Like at the end?
Yes, yes.
says
You
river,
incorporated
it's like-
some more of that like gospel-y style that she's playing with. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. I kind of just added that to the song.
It was very fun. I loved it. So that's a really cool expressive quality that you can add is leaning into that some more. Love it. So that shows some musicality and expression.
We only have 1 more minute.
So that was a really positive thing. Okay, so how about let's chat now. Let's reflect on what's going well and then what you're going to do to continue practicing this song this week. So what do you feel like is going well at this point?
I'm not so sure about my voice, but I know I do sound good.
Oh, you're like, you know what? I feel like I'm sounding pretty good on the song. I love it. That's some good confidence. And you're putting the work in. The work is going to show. And having confidence in your ability is a good thing. And
Yeah,
I'm doing a good job. I love it.
Yeah, even if I have a sore throat or anything and my voice is like changing,
Yeah.
I still sound good either way.
Right. Yeah. Even, something that I think is really good to remind yourself of is if you're using good technique, even on a bad vocal day, you still sound better than somebody who isn't a singer, who isn't training their voice. So, you still are going to be able to do a pretty darn good job on those days, even when you don't feel totally top notch. Because you're using your good technique. Like today, you're using your breath support really well. We were using our posture. We're opening up our mouth. We're being very mindful of good technique. And so that is coming across. And then it still sounds pretty good. Yeah, that's awesome. What is one thing you could do this week to keep you on track with this song and be practicing and make good use of this time this week?
I can practice Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then
Okay,
go
love
for
it.
the rest of the week and rest my voice
Okay.
for
All
the rest of
right.
the days. So then I can have some time for my short sore throat to
Right.
clear.
So we're not overexerting. We're being mindful of using our voice, working smart, not hard, right? Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to switch off days and do every other day this week. We're gonna have a couple rest days this week as well, especially since you are feeling like you've got a little bit of a sore throat. So we're just going to pay attention to what your voice needs this week. And if it's telling you it's tired, then just try to drink more fluids, try to rest your voice more, and that includes talking too. So just being like, okay, I've got to listen to my body and what it needs. So does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah.
Love it. And then if you want to, you can also be practicing, continue working on Shalom and also Once Upon a Dream. Okay?
Okay.
And we can check back in on those. Alrighty?
Okay.
But great start to our new song. Alrighty. So I gave your mom my number. So if we ever have an issue like that again, where somehow we're not connecting in the Zoom, she can just send me a little message or call and let me know that you're trying to get in, but for some reason it's not popping up and connecting us. But I also sent her, instead of doing the different links every week through Lesson Face, I'm just going to have you use that one same link each time, and that should be easier, because I was like, oh, I'm not seeing you pop up like you usually do. So so next time we'll be in the same room, okay?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for your patience with that. Hopefully that's resolved for the future. And excellent work today. Take extra good care of your voice this week. Keep up the good practice, and I will see you soon, okay?
Hi.
All right. Bye, Briar. Have a wonderful evening.
You too.